Greetings, this is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth, and the truth will set you free. The truth set me free. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. I've been talking about it for years, and it's my great pleasure to be able to represent the creator of this world that we live in, and that's essentially what I'm doing. And I found new life in Christ since I've actually been born again. I'm very grateful for that, and I'm basically handing out an invitation for eternity to actually be born again. It's a big deal. I'm not the religious hypocrite that I was. So Jesus set me free from a life of addiction and bondage. This is my contact information. You'll see it a little bit better now. You can call me anytime. Hashtag YouTube Truth. There's a lot of very fascinating content that you should see there. I've got powerful documentaries that people have produced from all over the world, including ones that I produced as well. And the vlogging that I've been doing, showing the beauty and majesty of creation, and the people that come from all over the world here to enjoy this. Right now the water is seeking its level, the sun is approaching, and I'm going to zoom in on that right now. It's all about the laws of perspective, what we see, how this works out, and I'm going to show you this right now. This is Cherry Grove, South Carolina, and just now the sun approach should be visible. It's very accurate, depending on humidity and moisture that's in the air. So I'm gonna zoom on in. Might even help to back out a little bit. Where the sun and the moon appear and vanish on the horizon can't be explained by a spinning, wobbling, and of course the gyrating globe. The Earth is stationary, it doesn't move. And that's a big deal. That means the self-appointed experts of NASA, magicians, Masons, and Satanists, Luciferians. If you're wondering how they can do stuff, well, take a look at the satanic influence of David Copperfield, Chris Angel, and other magicians. That can happen. So on the video that Logan Paul is putting together, a documentary about the shape of the Earth, about the flat Earth, I'm confident I believe it's going to be very powerful and affect a lot of people in a significant way if it's allowed to go out. And I believe God is going to allow that to happen. To hear the reverberating sound of the truth shall set you free, or the truth will set you free, and it echoing. And I had an opportunity to interact with Logan Paul and his team for well over a half an hour. And it was very powerful indeed. This is no joke. And one of the challenges is to basically determine the shape of the Earth from the Earth, and I believe that that's clear and visible in the fact that water seeks its level, covers the face of the Earth, and does not stick to a spinning ball. We don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia because of gravity. It's because of buoyancy, density, the differences in temperature cause the whole hydrologic cycle to work. The evaporation, condensation, and precipitation in all its forms all over the face of the earth. The earth, she's around like a pancake, flat like a pancake, right? Many of us believe the Santa lie. Santa lies, NASA lies, Satan lies. He's the father of lies. I've got hours and hours of mind-blowing content of the sun and the moon and the water. The plane mirror, the water, a sea level liquid mirror that this is, that's a really big deal. Because what it shows us is perfect symmetry of reflections. When the water is undisturbed, it's flat and level. We would not have even plumb or vertical on a spinning, wobbling, and gyrating oblique spheroid. They're lying about all that. A wind chime can't hang upside down. I showed that to the people at the Flat Earth Conference, the wind chime. Where in the world would that hang anywhere upside down? And Rich from The Guardian says, well, gravity. And I said, well, in your imagination. The globe exists in the imagination only. There's a powerful deception being perpetrated by artificial intelligence and the cloud computing and all that that's interconnected and deceiving humanity in a matrix-like deception that most people are asleep and they're plugged into this matrix and they are deceived, and by irony and paradox they can't know it. Because once they're unplugged from the matrix, then they know. So one of the powerful documentaries I recently shared was Age of Deceit 1, 2, and 3. Number 3, I'm especially impressed with all of them. Gon Shimura with the channel Face Like the Sun put it together. There are powerful documentaries. Robbie Davidson produced the Global Lie, Impossible, Impossible, and it's just a symphony of truth coming out from his channel. And there's censorship going on. They're trying right now to restrict how this gets out. And I believe that that is wonderful because it's going to work against them. We have the power in our hands to be able to expose this reality to people. And how do we do that? We use our digital communications devices, our communicators, like Star Trek, but this is bigger than that. We're leveraging the same technology that they're leveraging against us, using against us. And I'll use it in a powerful way to show you the reality of the world that we live in. Last night I did a moon shot. If we actually went to the moon and left something up there like a flag or a rover, I could show you. We didn't go there. That's all a lie. The moon landing is an obvious hoax. That's why they're trying to suppress it and putting that banner down below anything talking about, or like videos that are talking about the moon landing, because they want to present themselves one more time as the experts. Well, I'm telling you, they're the experts at deceiving. And it's only by God's grace that anybody can love and believe the truth, let alone find it. This deception that we're dealing with is more than a satanic deception only. And here's the reason. Because 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 says perpetually to everybody, all spiritual entities for all of time, they refused to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. So they're going to believe the lie. Many are going to say, Jesus says in Matthew 7, verse 21, many are going to say on that day, Lord, Lord, Didn't we drive out demons, work miracles, and prophesy? He says, away from me, you evildoers, I never knew you. There's a difference between being a child of God and actually being born again. Because I was a child of God conceived in His mind before the foundation of the world, as is all of His children. At some point in the human experience, God's children will be born again. That happened to me on Reformation Day of 2014, as best I can tell. It's a day also celebrated as Halloween, when blood-drinking, human-sacrificing Satanists are wreaking carnage all over the world, okay? And in the heavenly realms, trying to unleash their power. Now, they sweeten up the deal by candy distribution, much like Satan Claus, Santa Claus, NASA lies, Satan lies. They're a deceiving organization, perpetrating one of the most massive deceptions of all time ever. Okay, so the people that get this away from me, I never knew you, from Jesus, here's the deal with that. They were not the atheist haters. They thought they were in, and they weren't in. They weren't His children. And I thought I was born again until I actually was. There was well over a 30-year delay in the way that this worked out, as best I can tell. Even though I worked at a full-time Christian ministry, Rawhide Boys Ranch in New London, Wisconsin, for 11 years. Over a decade of my life I worked there. Impacted young men and other men, women, and children in a powerful way. And at Christ the Rock Community Church, I was a significant contributing member there as well. And we homeschooled our children, our sons, who are all adults now. And one of the most amazing things to me is when I looked in the mirror and I was doing all this activity and I was struggling with addiction, drugs and alcohol. When I say drugs, I don't just mean illegal street drugs. I mean particularly pharmaceuticals that were a chemical straitjacket that had me almost end my life in 2005. Maybe you've heard I was on Prozac and Depakote. By that time I was on pharmaceuticals for, it was 3 years. And when Hurricane Katrina was impacting the world that we live in, I had taken a bottle and a half of Tylenol PM and I almost died. I didn't want to live anymore. Not only was I suicidal, now you'll maybe hear this on some of the disclaimers. You may have weight loss, weight gain, you may have unusual thoughts, you may have suicidal thinking. What they don't say, I've never heard it said on an ad, you may have homicidal thinking. I did that as well. That goes along with suicidal ideation. You should know that. On my liked video playlist is a symphony of truth. The truth about the pharmaceutical industry, the truth about the financial industry, the World Central Bank creating money out of thin air, and they bring it into being digitally. It's deception. They'll use the military-industrial complex of the world to support their military action to put anybody out of business, out of this world, if they can. Many times they're killed if they don't go along with it. Jonathan Perkins wrote a book, Confessions of an Economic Hitman, and he talks about it. They'll go with the briefcase full of money to this foreign leader, and if that doesn't work, they're going to go out in a body bag, in a blaze of glory and a military incursion to spread our democracy. The United States has been selected as one of the powerful countries to put this financial tyranny into the worldwide activity that it does. Then there's also the pharmaceutical industry, which is drugging humanity out of effectiveness, big time. So I've got the Marketing of Madness, Making a Killing, and other powerful documentaries. One of them is about the enemy in plain sight that is actually creating killing machines, super soldiers that self-destruct when they're done with them, quite often. I've seen it happen. I've seen friends and family that have committed suicide because of the atrocities that they were a part of in the military. It's a big deal. So what I encourage people to do is to seek the truth with all your heart, because it matters for eternity. We're all eternal beings having a temporary human experience. 3 people per second transition to eternity without their body. Now with the Age of Deceit videos, especially the most recent one dealing with artificial intelligence, the hive mind, and mind control and all of that. It's not just mind control, it's population control. The depth of the deception and how pervasive it is that the majority of humanity is deceived. Very few people are awake to this the way I have been awakened and given new life. The truth has truly set me free, given me new life in Him. So now the power that's surging in and through my new life that people get to watch on my videos is beyond me. It's not natural at all. It's supernatural. There's this me that needs a few hours of rest a day, and then there's the digital me that doesn't rest at all. I may get taken down. I would encourage anybody to go to my channel, and if you like a video, like the video. I'm not just talking about videos that I produce. You might want to download some of these videos because they're getting harder to find, and that's the point of this. You might think, well, what do I bring to the table? I didn't produce these videos. No, I didn't. I found them and I share them. That's the powerful reality of this. That's what puts the power of this in the hands of all of us, where we can go out and share. We can talk to people through the Facebook Messenger program all around the world just with the internet connection. My YouTube channel, or I should say my Skype handle or identity is YouTube Truth. You can look me up there and call me if you want. The other thing is my phone number is a 24/7 number. You can call me anytime if you like. Right here in the Myrtle Beach area, this is Cherry Grove, the Cherry Grove Pier and the Prince Resort. We're expecting 20 million people here again this year. So I have a worldwide outreach from here and to here. So people right now are coming here from all over the world. Right now it's the time for spring break and softball tournaments and that type of thing. And so there's a lot of buses in the Prince parking lot right now. Big buses, tour buses, bringing people to come here and stay at the Prince Resort. It's amazing, truly amazing. Now right there, that's the Myrtle Beach skyline. Let me zoom in a little bit on it and show you. So I meet people from all over the world here. It's a powerful reality. One of the evidences of the impossibility of the globe is the water exposes the impossibility of the globe. The tidal activity is going to occur at a different time over in Myrtle Beach than it does here. That is just the reality of it. So we can't see through much water. That's one of the laws of perspective. How deep is the water on that sand? Pretty shallow, right? Higher is drier. We can see the lighter colored sand. That's relatively dry. We can see the reflection shooting off of the glass there. It's about laws of perspective. It's that sun that's doing that. And I'm not even saying the sun is 3,000 miles away. It's Scripture says that it's in the midst of the clouds. How about that? In Job chapters 37 and 8, I believe you'll find it there. That's where I found it. People reflect off of the sand, off of the water. They reflect off of the beach, just like the seagull there. But the thing about people is they're reflecting on their past, present, future. One of the reasons why we can't just get a telescope and see all the way across the plane, the flat earth plane, the level plane, is because of moisture, temperature differentials. Do you know how much a gallon of water weighs? It depends. Temperature changes the volume and density of the water. It drives the whole hydrologic cycle. We've got evaporation, condensation, and precipitation in all its forms. We've got respiration, and we can see the fog or our breath when the temperature differential is right. You could check that out with going by your freezer, or if you're living in the Midwest, you can do that by going right outside. Look at these guys coming in. Can you see them? Probably can now. Isn't that awesome? It's low tide right about now, and they're going to go for probably down to the point where I do a lot of my videography and photography. Some of my videos I comment and I'll narrate, like this one. Others I'll just let the waves and the beauty of creation show you this. They're overcoming the differences in density and mass with aerodynamics. That's true science. That's reality. Aerodynamics. Hydrodynamics, the fluid dynamics of the wind and the wind and the action on the water and the storm surge that comes in a hurricane. And then we've got modified weather. Weather wars, I've called it, geoengineering. Yeah, there's definitely climate change. The AI is changing the climate and blaming it on human activity to tax all of our activity in the world. It's a scam. Global warming, as is being perpetrated by the mainstream media, is a lie. It's a deception. So the truth will set you free. When I heard that reverberating from Logan Paul's video, the trailer that I'm in, that led me to believe he means business. That was the impression I had when I met Logan at the conference. He wanted to know the truth. Are they really lying about all this stuff? Are they really burning people up in California with directed energy weapons? Yeah, that's happening. Who are they? Well, the artificial intelligence will use humanity to carry out some of its dirty work, and it can do it on its own in the case of automated systems that leverage technology and electricity to do it. We're swimming in a sea of electrosmog, and the 5G technology is being unleashed on humanity too. You should know about that. It's communications, computer language with like a 1 millisecond delay. That's unheard of. Speeds for internet activity. And what essentially that means is we're going to see things that will blow you away. They're going to blow your mind, is what's going to happen with that. I'm gonna flip this around for a little bit. I don't know. I think I'm going to take it back. So what I want to say with all of that is the AI is very powerful. The official narrative they're talking about is one day AI will become self-aware and smarter than people. It's happened a long time ago. I don't know exactly when. I know it's a force to be dealt with. And the most powerful reality in all of this is greater is He that lives in me and all of God's children that are actually born again. I say that than he that's in the world, meaning Satan. All of Satan's children, the fallen angels, the demons, they don't scare me. Satan doesn't scare me. I have a healthy respect for the adversary, and I know that greater is he, the creator of this world, that lives in me than Satan or any of his forces, any of his tools. I'm not ignorant of many of his ways, what he's doing to deceive humanity. I'm aware of that, and I'm making that known. That's why this is such a powerful reality. The fact that I'm collaborating with humanity, people all over the world, some that have created the documentaries, some that will, and then those that, all of us who share it. So when I click like on a video, on a YouTube video, it goes to my playlist that has millions of occurrences, because my content has been shared millions of times. That's the reality of that. And then I've got the audio Bible, which is merged with the beauty of creation. It's a playlist that I call YouTube Truth, showing the beauty of creation, the people enjoying it, and the audio Bible merged together professionally. What a powerful reality. So the photography and videography that you get to look at around the world, from around the world, that's powerful evidence of the reality that we live in. That's what I want you to realize. So you can look at the work of photographers, and you can see drone video on my channel and others. One of the reasons why this is so important, and why I say you may want to look at my liked video playlist or create playlists from my channel and others. But especially, the reason why I'm saying my channel is it's actually called Truth. That's the name of the channel. If you hashtag YouTube Truth, you will find it. That's the reality of that. And it's a big deal because they're trying to censor the truth. Just so you know. And this is, I've been thinking outside the box for a long time. I didn't get the box. And I've been set free. The fact that I can have my business card or my contact information on a phone, I've done it for a long time. I just upgraded it. And using digital technology to show the beauty and majesty of creation, and then the people that come out here to enjoy it. It's a powerful, powerful reality. I'm using the Nikon Coolpix P1000 right now for this recording. The quality of it is amazing. What I've been able